I am working on formulating a new alt-main speedrun for Pokemon Gold with the Shiny Gyarados and the Lake of Rage. There is an issue, and that is you are 4 times weak to Pikachu's Thunder, which will one-hit knock out you. This required retooling the standard glitchless route that I was basing this off of, which uses Feraligatr. The main tweak here was in buying proteins instead of calciums. I actually ended up buying 5 proteins around the radio tower segments, which is the max the game would allow me before it stopped increasing stats. It gave me a favorable range to one-hit KO Pikachu, which allowed me to set up an X speed on it so I could outspeed Espeon. I can then use Return or Thrash to knock it out. And if I use Thrash, I can just have it 3-turn against Pikachu and Espeon. It is not worth setting up 2 X attacks here. Espeon does simply too much damage with Psychic to make a quick setup here possible. We can tank 1 Psychic at least, so we're just going to use 2 returns and then heal during Snorlax, which will be done with a full restore after swapping to 2 of our other Pokemon used for field moves. If we don't do that, Snorlax will spam Body Slam and you will not be able to set up. That setup is necessary to make this fight favorable for you. This does lose our X speed that we set up on Pikachu, which unfortunately means we're going to be slower than Charizard, but it's a worthy concession to make. At full HP, Snorlax has a pretty good chance of using Amnesia on its first turn, and then we can use that to set up X attacks. I set up 2 here. Potentially, you might consider setting up 3. I did 2 here because that's what's in the Feraligatr fight in Glitchless. And Gyarados has a significantly higher attack than Feraligatr does. But it might be equivalent at this level because we're level 60 with 5 proteins, as I've mentioned. And Feraligator's like level 62 or something, or level 63, because they're on different experience curves. Getting bailed out by Snorlax is a lovely sight. Okay, Body Slam. So that's Snorlax. We're gonna heal on the Blastoise. This is just for safety. It's not actually necessary, but it will make HP management for Charizard a little bit close, and you might be able to do it, but one untimely critical hit will kill the fight. And so I didn't want to risk it here because I had already gone through multiple resets on Red. So for the Gen 1 starters here, we're just spamming Return, though if you get to the second hit on Charizard, you can use Thrash if you're willing to risk a 3-turn, and you should just use Thrash if you're on the Venusaur. Thrash only lasts 2 to 3 turns, unlike in Gen 1 where it lasts 3 to 4. That's just important to note. You can full heal the confusion off, but you are risking extra damage, and that might not be worth it. Good to know. Oh, is that gonna crit? No, not quite. He's gonna probably full restore. I'm lucky I survived that, by the way. I should have full restored.
Wow, okay. That was a range, and I knew it was, and I risked it anyway.
Well, I did use a full restore here. I probably could have gotten away without it if I just used Thrash, because it's very likely to just charge up a Solar Beam, which does nothing on its first turn, and I could have just easily gotten through. No, what I was thinking here, Icy Wind is a pathetic attack, and I initially had it in as to sort of serve a role that Ice Punch does for Feraligatr in the standard glitchless run, but it can't even fulfill that role because it's so weak, and coming off even worse special attack than Feraligatr. It had a niche against Claire and Lance, but it's just going to be more efficient to boost your attack and use Thrash and Return than it will be to boost Icy Wind with X specials. Red is indisputably the hardest fight in this entire run, and that's how it was done. I should note, though, that I used the Ultra Ball to catch the Gyarados over the Lottery ID minute to get a Master Ball, which is what's done in the speedrun to catch the Gyarados, which you use to just get Waterfall on a Pokemon. I could have done that, but I just didn't feel like doing Lottery ID Minute. My best in-game time on this game is 3:27 with the standard glitchless route. Now this was only half an hour slower, which is impressive considering I am still ad hoc routing this, and I'm doing it with a shiny. I'm kind of impressed at how good this was, because a shiny Pokemon loses a lot of time, even if it's really good like Gyarados.